Today we are talking about self-care and my personal self-care routine. There are certain things that I do on a day-to-day basis that I know keep me afloat, keep me feeling good, and there are also things that I do when I'm feeling low to bring me up again and make me feel happy and safe and comforted. So I wanted to share them with you because it is easy to let yourself go, not take care of yourself, think you're not worth being taken care of, and I think it has to be everyone's #1 priority. If you take care of yourself, then you're going to be a better human being to other people, and you're going to be able to just go about life a lot easier. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into my 10 self-care routine tips. No, my 10 self-care tips? I don't know. There's 10 of them. Sleep is one of the biggest things that people neglect today, but it is one of the biggest and hugest impacts on how we feel and our mental and physical health. I know that if I don't get a good night's sleep, I just can't function properly. I'm like a little baby. If I don't get my naps and get my sleep, I can't do my day properly. So I know that when I'm feeling grumpy, there's usually one of a few basic reasons. So I'm either hungry, I'm cold, or I'm tired. So when I realize this and realize my basic needs as a human being and try and tackle that thing that I'm neglecting, it just will immediately make me feel better. Do not hesitate to take a nap if you need one, get an early night's sleep, wake up a bit later, have a lie-in if you need it. Just notice if you're feeling tired and really listen to that feeling. So another thing that I like to do is kind of treat myself to an at-home pamper session. I try to do this most days because I know that it just makes me feel a lot better. It makes me feel ready for the day because I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. I find doing my skincare routine and pampering myself just makes me feel fresh, and it makes me feel a lot better to have taken the time for myself to pamper my skin and to make it feel glowy. What I've been loving to use recently is this Vanity Planet spin brush. They kindly sent it to me and I love it. I've seen it all over the internet and honestly it lives up to the hype because it really does the job. It feels so fresh and beautiful on your skin, and I've been just using it so much. So in the morning I will just put my cleanser on and then I will use the facial brush to sort of wash my face off basically. It comes with a few different heads, so you have a cleansing brush, a exfoliating brush, and then it has one for your body and then a pumice stone. So you can use it in loads of different ways, and my favorite so far has been cleansing. I try and use it every day. They also have kindly offered 70% off with a code that I'm going to give you, which is Maddie Spin. So all you have to do is enter the code and you get 70% off the facial brushes. So go check it out if you're interested. I'll leave a link down below. Highly recommend this spin brush. It's definitely improved my skin. I've noticed it's been looking glowier and more radiant. So yeah, check it out if you are interested. I make it a #1 priority to get outdoors first thing in the morning because I work from home and I can become a bit of a hermit and I get a bit claustrophobic in this space. So I now know that it's really important that I go outdoors, I absorb nature. I'm very lucky that I live by the sea, so I can walk to the beach and look at the sea, listen to the birds, you know, smell the water, and it immediately brings me back down to earth. If there's something that's bothering me or there's something that I have playing on my mind, being in nature immediately calms me down, puts everything into perspective, and honestly makes me feel like I can tackle anything. So this moves on to moving your body. I know for me personally, if I'm not exercising, my mental health just goes down so much. I have always been someone who's enjoyed moving my body, exercising, being active, and it really plays a huge part in how I feel. I honestly love my routine of going outside, going to the gym, getting that exercise in first thing, because I can conquer the day feeling happy, feeling motivated, and feeling productive. The endorphins that I feel after a workout are the best feeling and the best way for me to start the day. So I know that a lot of us have had kind of negative connotations with exercise, feeling under pressure to exercise to lose weight or to change the way you look. And I have changed the way that I see exercise as a way to take care of myself and as a way to improve my mental health, as opposed to a way to change the way I look or to lose weight. I really use it every day just to feel really good and to get better, get stronger, and feel like a badass. So if you're new to exercise, or if it's not a regular thing in your routine, then why not give something simple a go, like going for a walk or doing a yoga challenge online or following a workout video, and see how it improves your overall mental well-being. So number 5 is to cook or bake something special. Food has a very special place in my heart, as you probably know from all of my recipe videos. I absolutely love cooking, and I love to eat as well, of course. So I don't know about you, but if I'm feeling sensitive or if I've had a bit of a bad day, I will often crave a certain type of food. So I'll crave maybe some cookies or some chocolate, or I'll just have an urge for a type of meal for dinner. So maybe I'll fancy some mac and cheese, or I don't know, whatever it is. I really enjoy the process of taking the time out to cook that meal, to bake that cookie. It just is a way for me to wind down. I find cooking really therapeutic, and also just enjoying the food afterwards. I mean, it's one of the best parts of life, isn't it? Enjoying delicious food, and often enjoying it with family and friends as well. So I love to do this every day pretty much. I really value taste and eating good food, and I'm very privileged and lucky to be able to do that, so I really take advantage of it. Number 6 is to blast some music. I am a huge music person. Maybe this is something that you don't know about me. I love music, I always have done. I listen to music all day, every day, and it really is my therapy, like I know it is for a lot of people. So singing along to my favourite Disney theme, Ariana Grande tune, or Jeff Buckley song is really my way of letting go of emotions and feeling them and expressing them, whatever that emotion may be, whether it's me crying to a song or whether it's me dancing around because I'm so happy. It's a good way of me processing emotions and feelings and expressing them. So I know you've heard it probably 1,000,001 times on self-care videos or any videos to do with being healthy, but meditation and taking the time out of your day to meditate really honestly is a game changer. It doesn't have to be as intimidating as it sounds. It can be just a matter of breathing, just taking a moment, taking a breath, and just stopping. I know that that's like so simple, but sometimes we just don't do that. We spend our whole day go, 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 do, and we don't stop and process and just do nothing. I really like using the app Headspace for meditation. I know a lot of people talk about Headspace. That is a great one, but often, more often than not, when I'm walking home from the gym, because I said earlier, I'm lucky enough to live by the sea, I will walk towards the sea, I will stand there, and I will just focus on my breath. I will close my eyes, I will listen to the sounds around me, I will acknowledge the thoughts that come into my head, but I'll let them pass, and I'll just take those few minutes out. My phone's away, my headphones are off, and I just take that time for myself to appreciate life, to be grateful, and to switch off. It really is a wonderful exercise, and some days I really don't want to do it, I just want to get home, but I had to force myself to go and do it and just stand and stop for a minute and acknowledge everything I have, acknowledge my breath. This small moment of my day is a drop in the ocean, but it has such a huge ripple effect on the rest of my life. So I'd highly recommend you try it out in a way that works for you. Number 8 is to turn off your phone. We're all suckers for being on our phone all the time. I know that the day and age of social media, you're probably on your phone right now watching this video, but I recommend that after this video, you switch off your phone and you just have, you know, some time off of it. So something I have been doing for a little bit now is to leave my phone in another room before I go to bed. It has really improved my sleep, the amount of books that I'm reading, and just my overall kind of, I don't know, it just feels really good to go to bed without looking at my phone, and I tend to just fall asleep earlier and then therefore feel better the next day. So that could be a good place to start. So I am a cozy person. I love to feel snugly in a jumper and slippers with a hot water bottle, a cup of tea, a dressing gown with candles lit, all of it. Like, that is how you'll see me 90% of the time in my home. So if you're feeling a little bit fragile, then try and set your evening up so you get really cozy. You light a candle, make a hot chocolate, snuggle in on the sofa, put on a really lovely movie that makes you feel happy that you used to watch when you were little, like a Disney movie or something like Parent Trap, and just get cozy. Get the hygge vibes. Is that the word, how you say it? Hygge? Set up that feeling in your home to take care of yourself and feel all wonderful and snuggly. Number 10, the final tip I have is to not be afraid to talk about it. So as humans, we do this thing where we pretend that we're okay and we don't tell people when we're feeling crap. Someone says, how are you? And you say you're fine when you're not fine. And someone says, is this okay? And you say, yeah, it's okay, when it really isn't okay. Don't be afraid to say so. Communicate how you feel, talk to people. Do you know what, having this YouTube channel has been probably the best therapy of my life, because I get to talk, and I have to talk about my feelings and be vulnerable and open every single week with, you know, thousands of people. So I'm not suggesting you have to do that, but just talk about your feelings, how you're feeling in this moment. If there's something that's been going on in your life, talk about it. I know that it seems simple, but so many of us keep things in and don't tell anybody and just pretend that you're okay and get on with life. But honestly, if you're going through something, if you're experiencing something that's stressing you out, just talk to somebody. Communication really is the answer to most of our problems, and we're all here for each other. So one of the biggest acts of self-care is to open up to people, communicate with them. Not only will you feel better, but you'll also become so much closer to those people that you do open up to. So as I was talking about this and going through this list, I was realizing that self-care really isn't something that I'm doing on the odd occasion, only when I'm feeling down. It's something that I do every day to maintain good mental health, and how I've managed to overcome mental health problems in the past and change my outlook and change my experience. So it's really important to remember that you really are worth looking after. As a human being, we all have brains, we all have physical bodies, and we've got to take care of them. So if you found that you haven't been taking care of it and you're feeling the effects, then really just look at yourself and think, do you know what? I'm really worth looking after. I'm worth taking the time out of my day to prioritize this, to prioritize, you know, getting outside, to prioritize sleeping more, to prioritize whatever it is on this list that you do, or other things. That is important, and it should be your number one, because then everything else will fall into place. And I have personally found that I really make sure to prioritize me and the things that make me feel good and keep me afloat and keep me feeling happy and positive. So I know that maintaining these habits is my only way of maintaining good mental health, and if I let them slide, I notice the effects straight away. So that's my little message to you. If you haven't been taking care of yourself, it's important. Take care of yourself, look after you. You are your number one. So in the comments down below, I'd love to hear what your top self-care tips are. Also, don't forget to check out the link for the Vanity Planet facial brush. Thank you again to them for sending it to me and sharing this code with you, all of you. So yeah, check it out if you're interested, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. So what do we do, girl? Shout out. Are you still filming?